Hey guys, so we're gonna be reacting to every Talking Tom Lost video, and the reason I can't do it under 15 minutes because I have to do some weird stuff to make my videos longer. So yeah, I'm gonna be reacting to every Talking Tom video by the first gamer, 166,000 views 1 year ago. I think that's something like 2025, depending on what month it was made. An ad.
I love your new layout. I got it on Facebook.
I think I already have Facebook, but I don't use it at all. Like 0% using it. I'm not even signed in.
Franchise exploded into $8 billion. Since in these last 15 years, since Talking Tomcats launch in 2010, we've seen the Talking Friends franchise explode into $1 billion franchise with millions of players and fans.
And they're not the richest person on the earth. Elon Musk is, with a total of $1 trillion.
In these last 15 years, Outfit 7, the creators behind Talking Tom, have released a lot of media in the form of games, shows, and collabs. In this video, I'm going to be covering some of the most interesting Talking Tom related lost media, and you'll be shocked as to how some of these became lost media in the first place. Our first entry in this video is Talking Tom's lost 3D model. I'm sure some of you have seen my video about the model from a few months ago, but there have been quite a few developments since then, and I'd like to cover them in this segment. So the 3D model I'm talking about specifically here is the one from the first.
Fun facts, Talking Tom Cat, like one of them, the Pepsi one, was sold to a Chinese company, and yeah.
Ever Talking Tom game released in 2010. This is the original Talking Tom game and the one that most people remember playing. This game has since been replaced on the App Store by a more modernized and high quality version of the game. And while the old version of the game is not lost media whatsoever, like you can just find it anywhere on the internet, the 3D model used in the game was actually lost media. The reason a search for the model even exists in the first place is because people found out that Outfit 7 did not create the model that they used in the game themselves. And instead, they bought it off of an online marketplace known as TurboSquid. This model was actually publicly available for purchase at one point in time, and the model was released in 2004. Outfit 7 ended up buying the model 6 years later in 2010 to use in their game, and just 13 days after the release of the first Talking Tom game, the game's popularity skyrocketed, and they realized that they needed to prevent the 3D model from being spread so that others didn't copy their game. So, sometime in late 2010, the model went down, and not only did the model go down, but they also hired the guy who made the 3D model so that he could come work at Outfit 7. He actually ended up designing and creating the 3D models for Talking Ben, Talking Angela, and Talking Santa, as well as Talking Pierre, with his final work for Outfit 7 being designing the 3D model for Talking Ginger. Working at Outfit 7 also meant that he would have to take down all of the 3D models that he created that were used in those games so that they were not available for anyone to download and copy off of Outfit 7. This pretty much left us of a Wayback Machine archive of the TurboSquid page in which we can see the model and details about it, like how much it cost, but the model itself was completely inaccessible, almost like it was wiped off of the internet. So that's why the hunt for the model began. People saw that the model was publicly available at one point in time, and that there was a chance that someone other than Outfit 7 bought the model before it was taken out, and also that they still had it to this day. And that's where this guy comes in. This is Addy Gamer, but we're just gonna call him Addy for now. You see, Addy likes doing 3D animation, and he has a YouTube channel that is very old, with some of his videos being uploaded 18 years ago. But what's interesting is that some of his videos contain what appears to be the Talking Tom model used in the original game, and he actually used it to make telephone company ads. This was a huge discovery, as it meant that we finally found one of the people that bought the 3D model at the time. So, attention began flooding to his videos, with comments begging him to release the model, and Addy finally responded and began searching through his 51 hard drives for the model. After months of tediously searching for the model and coming way too close to finding it, the model was finally found a couple days ago. Well, sorta. You see, the model itself was found, but it was unrigged, meaning that there was no bones in the model that allowed you to move it, and the textures were
Let's
also
remake
missing.
the model
This leaves
by
us with part
model.
of the model being found, but the search for the textured and rigged version is still
It
ongoing.
might
I'll make
be
a full
copyrighted.
video on this topic once the fully textured and rigged version is found, but I think this find is not too shabby. This next entry is a bonus one because it's quite closely related to the previous one I just talked about, and it also has to do with Addy Gamer. The footage that is on your screen right now was found on Addy Gamer's channel and is actually
I like
believed to be
this
the
one.
oldest living footage using the Talking Tom 3D model, and maybe the first ever animation to use the model. It was uploaded on August 30th, 2007, and laid there silently with only a couple hundred
That's
views
right.
until a few months ago.
That's 16
This footage was
years ago,
completely swept under
I
the rug
think.
for 17 years, and so I think it deserves its own spot in this video. This next one is one of the first ever Talking Tom related lost media that I came across, and it's related to the Talking Tom and Friends TV show. The Talking Tom and Friends show features the adventures of Tom and other characters like
Yeah, I
Angela,
used to
Ben,
like it
Hank,
as a
and
kid.
Ginger, and the
Like,
show
as a
began in
kid,
2014
you know,
and ended in
it was very
2021.
idle.
But near the show's end, a clip began surfacing which people claim to be the unaired pilot episode of the show. The idea that it was the pilot episode of the show was just a rumor, but there were a lot of possibilities for what the clip actually was. Still, people wanted to find out what the clip was actually from to settle things once and for all. Around a year after the clip first came out, in 2022, a user by the name of TylerFunF555 contacted a person by the name of Tony Weiss. Tony Weiss was one of the main people that actually worked on the Talking Tom and Friends TV show, and Tony said that the clip from the quote-unquote pilot episode was just an animation test, which later proved to not be entirely true. I made a video about the pilot episode on my TikTok page in 2024, which got the attention of a user by the name of XD Honey. XD Honey recognized the footage and realized that he had actually archived the footage at one point in time. Now I would show you the actual thing, but upon uploading it to YouTube, I got met with a copyright claim. But this copyright claim ends up being the most useful thing we found during the search. You see, YouTube's copyright detection software lists the video as the Talking Tom and Friends promo video, meaning this wasn't the pilot episode, nor was it an animation test, but it was actually a promotional video, and it was made to promote the, at the time, upcoming Talking Tom and Friends TV series. In this promo video, they go through Outfit 7's history from their first ever app all the way to the show that they were working on. This promotional video was likely made, and it was made to promote the, at the time, upcoming Talking Tom and Friends TV series. In this promo video, they go through
Oh my
Outfit
god.
7's history from their first ever app all the way to the show that they were working on. This promotional video was likely made to get money from investors since they added the number of downloads and players and a lot of other stats to the video. Probably meant to persuade those investors to get them to fund the show. But how did YouTube even detect that this was copyrighted in the first place? You cannot put an automatic copyright claim on something if at least one version of it isn't already uploaded to YouTube. Well, that's where a very interesting event comes into place. You see, in 2021,
Mama's on
YouTube had an
YouTube.
update, and in
Mom.
this update, they
Not
privated
funny.
any
Never
unlisted
did not
video that was
laugh.
posted prior to 2017.
I not got an ad on.
World Cup hype is here,
Let me
so I had
pause
to
the
pick
freaking
pizza.
thing.
Monopoly Panini Prism.
Okay, I got out the ad. Okay. Let's keep going.
Prior to 2017. The promo video was on YouTube this entire time since 2013, lying there as an unlisted video up until 2021 when it was privated. Thanks, YouTube. The original promo video, not the re-uploaded video, is still on YouTube to this day on Outfit 7's channel as a private video. It kind of makes you think just how many videos on YouTube became lost media because of YouTube's weird update in 2021. But after the promo was found, an interesting development came about. A user by the name of Waleed Boston found the YouTube link to the original video, and upon opening the video link, you're met with a "this video is private" message, which is obviously expected. But when you put it through the Wayback Machine, you get a very interesting result. At first, the video actually displays the "this is a private video" message, and it tells you that you have to sign in to see the video, but the video eventually loads. Now this is kind of weird. It may mean that the person who archived the page on the Wayback Machine actually had access to the video, which means there's a genuine chance they were actually an Outfit 7 employee, but who knows. Our last entry in this video is another update on the Talking Tom x Pepsi collab. So if you haven't heard of this before, to give
talking about at the store, the Pepsi collab got sold to a new company in a Chinese restaurant or whatever. I don't know if it was a restaurant. No.
This is the photo they sent, and while it is a blurry mess, they are correct in the fact that Talking Tom never opens his mouth in the original videos, which likely means that this person isn't lying, and at one point in time, they actually had this version of the game. This person dates the photo to be from July 21st, 2012, which does line up with when the collab actually happened. Again, this isn't decisive evidence by any means, but if these photos are actually real, then that means that this collab was publicly released and not scrapped during testing, meaning there is a genuine chance for it to actually be found. The thing is, I have like no Chinese viewers, and so it'll be pretty much impossible to get someone who lived in China at that time and downloaded the game to confirm that it was actually publicly released. And on top of that, they actually still have to have the game, so it's really difficult to find. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what lost media you'd like me to cover next, and a like and sub would be truly appreciated. See ya!
I have a ginormous question. I want to see that one animation of Talking Tom. I only know animation. Okay. Where's that one animation of Talking Tom? That's like very. With that guy, see like that the first version of it. The one Chinese. I need to look for it. Where is it? I don't... What is this video? I have to pause for a second. What is this video?
Mama. 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 Mama.
I love it.
Mama.
Love it. Love it. Oh, okay. That's it for today. I'm trying to find out. I'm going to keep trying to find the animation. 2006. I need to find it. This one. I love it. I love this one. I love it. I love it. For some reason.
Audiocall.co.uk. An easy way to call.
Because I don't even know how to. I don't even know what this guy's saying, and I might have to put this on closed captions. I don't know why I like it.
Audiocall.co.uk.
On your call an easy way to call India, Pakistan.
Way to call anywhere
What?
in India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh by dialing 0844 731 0044.
So it's 084473100044.
For only 4 pence per minute. Don't forget, yaar. Only 4
4
pence per minute.
I
What's
thought
the next one?
that if I could help him in some way, get him this girl that he loves, that maybe.
Okay, my thing's about to end, so hold on, let me just end it real quick.